Good afternoon. I can't, I'm having a really hard time with this list. I don't know what to make of it. I just don't know. Someone posted it in the Discord this morning and I went to look at it and I was like, okay, like a winning big law, like a big wall list. Okay. I'm checking this out on the Wohammer website. Be sure to go check them out. This was the Smash to Rubble. This was held December 2nd, so this is today. What? Serbia on the 3rd and 4th of November. Okay, so it was about a month ago that this list 23 players, right? So a rather small tournament. But a 2-dayer, right? But 23 players. So this is, still kind of small. So, but still, if in any group of 23 players, if you come out on top, if you're like a 5-0 list and you come out on top in 23 players, like that says something, right? Like you obviously know what you're doing. So here it is, big wall list. I don't even want to show you, to be honest. I mean, I guess you saw from the thumbnail kind of what I'm alluding to here, but still. So, big wah, indomitable, pretty basic stuff. We have a Swamp Call Shaman with Choking Mist, totally good and fine. Weird Knob Shaman, great big green-handed Gork, cool. Kill a Boss on Great Gnash Tooth. So I would say that for 20 more points, having a Mega Boss is a significant upgrade, right? Because the Artifact of Power is Destroyer instead, but, I mean, this is a super sneaky Kill Boss on Great Gnash Tooth with Morkstar, Eye Pebble, Fasten. Cool, good. Like a Kill Boss on Gnash Tooth is a good unit. Auric War Chanter, Wurgog Prophet with Glowing Tattoos, and Swamp Boss Scumtrek for 280 points. So I've seen before in lists, I have a feeling that this list is exactly 2,000 points, so that Swamp Boss Scumtrek fitting in at 290 is not possible, but fitting in at 280 is great. So, and then the Swamp Boss Scumtrek can't be your general if you want to take an enhancement. So this could have, so the fact that the Kill Boss is the general could very well just be a case of trying to make, optimizing lists and trying to make them work, right? You'll notice there's no Gobsprak here. There's no Gobsprak. This is a big wall list that does not run Gobsprak. I don't feel like I can state that enough, right? But it does not run Gobsprak. So just looking at the heroes, right? It's like we have, yeah, I mean, I would, looking at this, I would expect to see Bull Boys, right? It's like we have a Swamp Boss, we have a Swamp Call Shaman. I would expect to see Bull Boys. I would expect to see, Brutes and Ard Boys and all that, Gore Gruntas, all that normal kind of stuff. Especially with Hoarfrost, right? Hoarfrost is really good on Gore Gruntas. It's really good on, Ard Boys. It's good on... It's not good on Brutes. It's good on a Mega Boss. A Mega Boss on foot has 8 dice with 1 rend. So being able to be like, okay, well, it's not 1 rend anymore. It's 2 rend or it's 3 rend, is significant, right? So, especially on the Destroyer turn. It's something I was thinking about yesterday. It's like... I think that in my big wall list anyway, I think that what I really want to do is I want to play with two Hoarfrost turns, right? Turn 1 on Gore Gruntus, turn 2 on Mega Boss, and then it's like those are the units that I'm going to be throwing at my opponent, right? It's going to be a teleport Gore Grunta, and then it's probably going to be a Mega Boss walking in on foot and fighting. But on the Destroyer turn, if you're going to pop Destroyer, and if you're going to have 5 or 6 damage on that Mega Boss for that turn, having him have a 2 or 3 rend for that turn is going to be, it's going to matter a lot, right? You're going to throw a lot more damage through if you're going from 1 rend to 3 rend all of a sudden. Anyway, enough about that. So, but here's where it starts to get crazy. So we have so if we're looking at battle line, we have a reinforced unit, a double reinforced unit of Gutrippaz. So we just have a big brick of 30 Gutrippaz. And I guess it's being thrown forward with Swamp Boss Scumtrek behind it and with a Swamp Call Shaman behind it too. It's a lot of mortal wounds. They have a 2-inch reach. And if they have poisons, they're doing 1 mortal wound on 5s, and they're doing 2 mortal wounds on 6s. It's a lot, right? And then you got Hobgrot Slittas to round out the battle line with a unit of Brutes. And then in others, we got Gore Grunta Gougers, a unit of Gore Gruntas. So that's totally, pretty normal. And then a reinforced unit of Brute Ragers. And to fill it out, we have Iron Suns Boys. I mean, it's such an interesting list because it's so different from what I usually play, right? And then we have Andorian Acolytes, so I believe it's just going to be 2 of them in Andorian Acolytes. A Weird Knob Shaman and a Swamp Call Shaman seems reasonable. And then we have a minimum Warlord, right? And then we also have a Battle Regiment. So the Battle Regiment is Brutes, Gutrippaz, and that's all. And the Kill Boss. So to be honest, oh no, because you can't run that. Yeah, I don't know. Like the Battle Regiment to me doesn't seem super fantastic because we're gonna have at least at least two drops from the Acolytes Battalion. We're gonna have it 4 drops from the Warlord Battalion, right? Because you need 3 heroes and 1 more. So we're at 6 drops, and so this is a 7 drop list. And so at this point, I'm not sure if the Battle Regiment, like being 7 drops as opposed to a million drops, I'm not sure how much that really matters. Especially if you're playing 7 drops, you have to just plan and think and be okay with your opponent getting to choose who goes first. Like I played a game last night against Flesh Eater Courts, and I just accept, like, I'm just like, he made me go first, fine, I just go in and I brace for the double turn. I feel like that's the way that you have to play, like, big drop armies. You're like, okay, I'm going first and getting double turned. So how am I gonna deploy for that, and how am I gonna manage that? And then if they say that they're gonna go first, well, you're already kind of castled up, and like you're already sort of set up to embrace like any kind of charges or any kind of aggression that are coming at you. But yeah, so the Iron Skulls boys, I'm not sure about this one. Another unit of Hogrots. Like, you're competing with a Killbow here, right? So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this guy right here. But quite a different list. Quite a different list. How is it going to be different? Well, it's going to have, like, I don't even know. The heroes aren't punchier. They're a little, like, because like a kill boss or a mega boss on foot. Like, if I remember my math, it's not that much. Like, the Mega Boss on foot with Destroyer is going to be more damage, like, significantly. But without Destroyer, I think that they're still, like, comparable, a little bit comparable. The Nashtooth is a lot faster, right? No Gobsprak sucks, though. No Gobsprak hurts. So, I don't know. This player, who goes by Peter, I would love to talk to Peter. Peter, if you're out there, if you hear me. Peter? Peter, can you hear me? Come tell me about your list. I'd love to talk to you about it. Super curious how you play it and how it was working out in different matchups for you. Yeah, I mean, if you've played something like this, or if you're experimenting with big blocks of Gutrippaz in your lists, let me know in the comments below how that's working out for you. Till then, like, subscribe, watch.